While the Steam Deck itself may not have any real competition, the Steam Deck dock definitely has competition. About a month ago, I reviewed the JSAUX Steam Deck dock. And yes, I did like the dock, though I had some suggestions for JSAUX, Gigabit Ethernet, and USB 3.0 on a slightly more expensive dock. And that's what JSAUX delivered here. Bad news for those of you who wanted to buy an official Valve Steam Deck dock. There's still no news on it as of the writing of this video. So this right here is the JSAUX Steam Deck dock. Unlike the previous one we showcased, this one is an upgraded version, so from here on out we're going to call this one V2. So what's the difference between version 1 and version 2? Well, just a couple of minor things. First and foremost, all of the USB ports are USB 3.0 ports, and there's an extra USB 3 port. And there's Gigabit Ethernet. The unboxing experience for the Steam Deck dock is, well, kind of unexceptional. At the very least, they put their product box inside of a separate box, and that's something Valve doesn't do with the Steam Deck itself, funnily enough. I'm just gonna go ahead and get this all set up. So yes, obviously you can dock in gaming mode, but you can also dock in desktop mode as well, with the added benefit of this external monitor acting like its own separate monitor, so you can use both the Steam Deck screen and this external monitor as well. So the dock itself is very similar to the previous dock, except with a couple of upgrades. And you know what? I'm going to test their claims right here, right now. So I have this RAV Power SSD. So this might not be the fastest SSD, obviously, but this is definitely way beyond USB 2.0 speeds. It seems like they've made pretty good on their claims. Now it's time to test out their Gigabit Ethernet port. So this here was my speed on Wi-Fi. Yes, I was right next to a Wi-Fi access point, so this isn't exactly realistic, but this is more of a best case scenario for Wi-Fi. Now let's compare it to Ethernet. What's this? Our results look identical? That's weird. Yeah, it looks a little slower because I started downloading stuff, but hey, the upload speeds look good. But with this very non-scientific test, we can conclude that this is in fact a Gigabit Ethernet port. So JSAUX delivered on all of their promises, and more. There is one thing that I should mention. If you own this JSAUX slip-on cover for your Steam Deck, it's not going to fit the dock. At least not very securely. You'll need to remove the cover to have it fit nicely. Now let's talk about EV, because that was the issue I had with the last JSAUX dock. For whatever reason, the JSAUX dock didn't work on one of the TVs that I owned, both of which were 4K TVs from LG, so I don't really know what the deal was. One of them worked, and the other one didn't work. Unfortunately, I never really found a solution to this. So let's see if the JSAUX dock fixed this issue in particular. And the answer is kind of? So get this, I plugged this into my capture card. It looks totally messed up, but on TV it works just fine. Technically JSAUX didn't fix the issue, I just found a new workaround. Plug it into a capture card and then plug the capture card into your TV. But the behavior that it exhibits when you plug it into the capture card is very unusual. So one thing that should be mentioned is that the Steam Deck doesn't have any overscan settings. You'll need to rely on your TV for this. I gotta say man, playing multiverses with one hand is kind of difficult. I don't know how all of those one-hand gamers do it, man. So let's play some JRPGs instead. You might be wondering why I'm playing with the fight stick, and that's because I can, okay? And look at that, beautiful. You can also set this to 4K as well, which is what I did in this case. To set resolution, you'll want to go into Properties and then go to General, Game Resolution, and change it to 4K. Note that this option is only available for Steam titles. And depending on which game you play, you may want to go into the game's option settings. You'll want to go to graphics and change your resolution. So some games like Labyrinth of Refrain will let you set your resolution, but you'll have to restart the game to have it take effect. And there you go, native 4K gaming on your Steam Deck on a TV. I think this goes without saying, but you definitely shouldn't play some games in 4K on your Steam Deck. I mean, it might just not run well, but for older titles in, you know, JRPGs and whatnot, you could totally do this. Well, we learned that the upgrade is well worth the extra $10 or so, and I learned a workaround to get this to work on my TV. If you're looking for a dock, buy the upgraded JSAUX dock. Just keep in mind that your mileage may vary when it comes to TV compatibility. Oh yeah, and I can't forget to mention, this works. This is very slick. If you like high-tech lowlife, be sure to like, subscribe, share with your friends, and join my Discord server in the description below.